Hi everyone, it's Sherry from Our Life Homeschooling, where I share homeschooling encouragement for everyday moms. I want to give you 3 reasons why you need a homeschool break. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. We are so blessed to have God's Word and the hope that we have through Jesus, His Son, as our salvation, the Savior of the world. This is such an exciting and joyful season as we remember the birth of Christ. If this is your first time on my channel, I want to introduce myself. I'm Sherry. I'm a homeschooling mom to 10 kids. I show up here every week to give you homeschooling encouragement. We've been homeschooling for 14 years, and I know what it's like to get started, to be in the trenches. I've been through all the phases of homeschooling when you have little ones and you're just starting to teach your oldest to read, and then as you have a couple that are getting older and then you have younger ones. I have been there through so many phases. Our oldest graduated last year, so I have homeschooled from kindergarten all the way through. And I want to pass on the encouragement to my viewers that has been given to me by older moms over the years. So if you're new, I want to invite you to join me. I love encouraging other moms in homeschooling. Today is our first day off, and I can't tell you what a relief it's been. Our oldest son came home from college last night. He's at Word of Life Bible Institute. And I was actually expecting him to come home tonight, and he surprised us, came home a day early, which was really exciting. And my kids were relieved when I told them they were getting off of school a day early. And so this first day off has felt like such a weight lifted. And I think I don't realize, I'm sure many of you feel the same way, I don't realize how heavy the homeschool load can feel over time until it's gone. And I woke up this morning, we did all of the normal things I do, getting the kids ready, making breakfast, cleaning up, but then just realizing I don't have to check checklists, I don't have to do morning time, I don't have to make sure they're doing all their independent work, we're not doing our afternoon reading. We can just relax. And if you're hearing some noise, I have some kids upstairs. Hopefully that's not going to be too distracting. So just this first day off has been such a welcome relief for me. And I want to talk to you about the importance of rest. I'm sure a lot of you are taking time off for your Christmas break. Of course, as moms, we are busy and under a lot of pressure until that day, until December 25th, until all the gifts are open, the meals made, everything's kind of done, and then we can breathe a sigh of relief. So until that day, it's going to be a little stressful, but after that time, up until New Year's, there's just a nice window where we can rest. And I want to talk to you about why these times of resting are so important. The first reason is that rest breeds creativity. When I have time to sit and relax and read or pick up a hobby that I love, when I get time away from the kids, when I can go out for a walk by myself, all of these relaxing activities inspire me. And I walk away with ideas and things in my mind that I want to try. Even the kids notice this. I've seen it. Today was our first day off, and I just saw them all doing things that they love to do. My oldest son went out to my second son went out to his forge, and he was working in there. Another, our 9-year-old boy was out raking the leaves just for fun because he thought this would be something that he wanted to clear out this whole space. He thought Dad would be excited about that. My little girl found these dried seeds from our marigolds that are still in pots that I haven't cleaned out yet, and she was pulling all the seeds off, collecting them, and selling them to me and her siblings for 25 cents. They were just all in their own little worlds. My older girls have been painting, and of course we have a lot of time to do this as homeschoolers because they have a lot of free time, but I could tell that there was just a weight lifted, and when that happens, they usually get more creative, and I get more creative. The second reason you need a rest in homeschooling, whether it's a break over Christmas, a break over the summer, some people do Sabbath schooling where they do 6 weeks of school and then take a week off. The reason why rest is so important is because it gives you a chance to get caught up on some of the things that you get behind in because you're focused on school. People ask moms, especially if you have multiple children, how do you do it all? The way you do it all is, well, you don't do it all, but the way you do it is by focusing on things at certain times. So during our school time, our academic school calendar, I'm focusing on that. So while I'm doing my regular cooking and cleaning, school is still a priority and is something that we're working on during that time. And so we're making progress in that. But sometimes when that happens, certain drawers in my pantry are just becoming messier and super unorganized. Some things just fall apart in other areas, and I just have to let it go because we're making progress with school. When you take a break, you can get caught up on some of those things. Now, this is not a license or an encouragement for you to spend your break cleaning out all your closets and getting to all those nooks and crannies, because I think it really does help to rest and to do nothing or to do something you enjoy, to be intentional about it. But it does give you a chance when you're up for it to be able to get to some of those things that you just can't focus on when you're full into the school mode. During this break, I do have one dresser that I would like to get cleaned. This is one that has all of our morning time stuff in it, and I know that cleaning it out would be actually relaxing for me. It's probably the only thing I'll really work on. Other than that, we are going to be doing a lot of playing games, laying around reading, and but once when I can get that organized, that is going to make me feel like I have a clean space again. And when I have a clean space, I get excited about what's next. I get ideas, and it's energizing. The third reason that rest is so important is that it helps you make it over the long haul. If you're a new homeschooler, or if you've just been doing it a couple years, I strongly encourage you to look at other homeschoolers that have been doing it for a long time. They know how to do it well. They know how important it is to take rests. They know what a difference it makes when you have a hobby, when you are spending time away from the kids, because then you can come back full of life and excitement and ready to get back at the books or back at your learning. These are the kinds of things that you learn from other homeschoolers that have been doing it for a long time. If you want to make it over the long haul, you need breaks. You need to do other things, and you need to forget about homeschooling. And that's what I hope that you will be doing over the next week or 2 weeks, however amount of time you're taking. I know that's what I'll be doing. I am going to be telling myself to intentionally rest. I'm going to be spending time reading for pleasure. I'm going to try to wipe some things off my calendar. We're actually going away for just a few days to my husband's parents. And the nice thing about this is that when we're there, I can tell that we are more intentional about relaxing because there's not as much to do. Whenever you're home, you always see things that should be done, and I just tend to just keep going. When you get away, there is nothing to do. So we tend to talk more with the kids, play. Sometimes I'll go to bed a little earlier and just sit in bed and read, things like that. So if you do nothing else this Christmas, after the 25th is over, I want to personally challenge you to intentionally rest, to give yourself a break. I think you'll find that you'll be ready to begin again when it's time. Now, while you're preparing for Christmas this weekend, I want to let you know that I have made up some Bible Christmas trivia questions for families. This can be found on the blog, and it's free to everyone. It's my gift to you for Christmas. You don't have to be a subscriber. You can just go onto the blog and you can get the PDF and print it out. These are 48 trivia questions. I have them in all different categories. There's some for older kids, younger kids. I know we all want our kids to walk away from Christmas remembering the birth of Christ, for that to be foremost in their minds rather than Rudolph and Santa Claus and Frosty the Snowman. Of course, those are all fun, but we want the birth of Christ to be what they walk away with. And when your family sits down and does some of these Bible trivia questions about the Christmas story together, I think that's what will happen. My kids have really enjoyed answering some of them. In my next video, I want to give you a little update on my plans for 2024, so be looking for that. I'm going to be telling you some of the videos that I plan on doing in the new year, and I'm going to be asking if you can let me know some of the questions and things that you'd like for me to share about. If you like this video, I want to encourage you to take a look at last week's video that I did on Christmas schooling, just showing you how we weave our homeschool and our holidays together. Thanks for watching today. I want to wish you and your family a blessed season as we celebrate the birth of Christ. If we had nothing else this Christmas but the hope of Jesus, we have everything. Merry Christmas, everyone.